Hello, Greens Experience. So, today is a continuation of our episode or series of decorating for Christmas. And so, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, as well as comment and let us know what you think about our Christmas tree. So, in this episode, we are going to actually show you a DIY of how we are going to create a tree stand for the planter. So, if you recall in the last episode, I purchased this planter from at home, and so I also purchased our Christmas tree. We decided to go with the 10-foot flock Christmas tree, and the stand for the Christmas tree is too large for this planter, but I do want to go with the idea of having this planter be the base of our Christmas tree and having the Christmas tree sit inside. So right now on this episode, you're going to watch as Pierre does a DIY of a tree stand using a number of products that he'll share with you. So stay tuned.
So here we go. This is the problem we're trying to solve. So this is the stand that comes with the tree. This is the base that we want to use. As you see, this will not fit in there. So what you're going to need to get this done is you're going to need some cement. You're going to need a bucket to create your new base. I got this just so I can pour it so it won't land on our grass or on our flatwork. You're gonna need this coupling. This is usually used for electrical, but I'm just gonna use it for this. You're gonna need a bucket so you can pour your water to do your mix. This is PVC pipe. Well, the diameter will go with whatever diameter you need for your specific tree base. And in order to cut this, you're gonna need a Sawzall with the proper blade to cut through this PVC pipe. So I'm gonna go ahead. First, I'm going to measure out, you also gonna need a level. So when you get this in there, you can make sure that it's sit level so your tree won't be crooked. So you want to sit on a level surface. So once you get started doing what you need to do, you're gonna put your bucket in there. I put some little brick pieces in there just to give it some extra weight for the cement. Then you're gonna measure how tall you want your PVC pipe so that when you put the tree stand in there, it'll be to the right height. So I'm gonna put this one about half an inch or an inch lower than the rim of this. So I'm just gonna eyeball it though. Cut it right there. So I just made a mark. This is where I'm going to cut, and then I'll place it in there. Just film it. that. Got that cut. Now, so this cement has a, let's see, what time? I believe it had a 45-minute to 60-minute dry time. So, let's see. Yeah, I think it had a 45-minute or 60-minute dry time. 60 pounds. So I'm gonna go get the water, gallon of water.
Are you gonna tell them where you got the stuff from?
Oh, I got all the materials from Home Depot. So to do this is gonna cost you about $28 for the materials, not counting the base and any of the other things. Tools and stuff, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you gotta buy it. Since I worked with cement before, put a little bit more water. I'm gonna kind of eyeball it because I want it to be a certain thickness so I can level the PVC pipe. So I'm just gonna pour some water in there. I'm gonna add these later once I get going. I just put these in there for extra weight just in case. This is almost like dry pouring a little bit. So if it's a little bit soupy, it's all right. Let it dry. That's pretty much where I want it to be. So now I got that in there. Take my level. Level it out. I'm just doing this to agitate it so the little gap that I just created by trying to get it level will fill back in. That's a good reason why to have it a little bit soupy, so you can still be able to maneuver this a little bit easier. If it was super dry, or if it was if it was super dry, then you would have to add water anyway to be able to fill in that gap. And it's best that you get it level right now, of course, because once it's dry, you can't do it. And once you get it where you want it, then you can always scoop some of this water out if you want to. We're in the bubble, so now just gotta let it dry. Come back, drill the holes for this cup link, which is going to be, once it's dry, then I can drill the holes, it won't move and all that. So I'm going to put this here, like so, right at the top. And that way I got to drill the 4 holes in between here so that it'll press against the rod that's going through the tree. So we'll do that like that. Boom, that'll keep the tree stable. This will keep the weight to keep the tree from tipping over. We'll take this, we'll put it inside the bucket. Then she'll probably put some type of decorative covering over it so you won't see it.
Like moss?
I don't know if it'll be moss, but it'll be something she'll put over it, I'm sure. And then voila, you have your base. So we'll be right back. Once it's dry, I'll drill the holes, show you how I fit the coupling on there, and we'll be done. So here we go, just checking in. As long as that bubble is in that line like that, you're all right. You can see. So level pretty much, because as level as it's gonna get. And now we just gotta wait for it to dry. So when I come back, I'll finish drilling the holes. Oh, something that I want to note, I did drain some of the excess water since I eyeballed it, and I used a cup and took a little bit of the water out just so that it could dry faster. But because it's this wet, it probably would take longer than the actual dry time. So instead of the 60 minutes, it may vary. It may take an extra 30 minutes or an extra hour. So I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 hours and then drill the holes. Come back. Oh, another thing to note, if you wanna do this, get you a bucket like this with a handle on it. That way, when you take the Christmas tree out of the base, it'll be easier to remove this for storing purposes. You can actually use this for an umbrella if you want, if you had like an umbrella for your backyard or to give you shade in the summer months. So this could be a multi-purpose function here, this bucket stand. So you can use it for Christmas tree, umbrella, maybe even to hold something down like a canopy or
Say
something.
you be at the park and you can also use it like for like an umbrella, so you at the park you got shade.
Yeah, that's my son. He said the same thing I just said.
No, I did not. I just said
You just
at
put
the
it in a different
park.
setting.
At
Okay.
the park. At a
right.
different place.
But yeah, so multi-use. Get you
Oh, you can
one
also-
with the handle so it's easy to carry and move around if you need to.
As you know, we are waiting for the cement to dry outside, and I came inside to tell you that my mom actually got that pot plant idea off of Pinterest. I want to explain more.
Not really. It's from Pinterest.
We're just walking in circles around the table. Wait.
All right, so here is the finished product for the bucket. It's nice and solid. I actually left it sitting overnight. The temperatures will affect the dry time, obviously, because if there's colder temperatures, then it may take longer to dry. So because I didn't want to keep coming in and out and check it, I just left it out. But I did check it at around the 2.5 hour mark, which is about 30 minutes longer than I had expected. And it was pretty dry, but it wasn't dry to the touch like it is now. So I just left it out overnight. And you can see it's dry. It's not moving. So you want to bring it in and kind of show you a setup of how it looks. All right, so here's the idea the application of it. This is how we wanted it. Something to note, the inside of this tube is definitely gonna fill up with cement. So when you're trying to think about how high you want your tree to sit, you gotta kind of be conscious of that. You can actually put some cement inside of here if you want to get it to fill up a little bit more. It's kind of dark, so you can't really see, but there's definitely cement in there. From when I pushed it in, remember, the cement was very wet, so I could move it around. And so obviously, even if it wasn't wet, you're still going to get some cement inside of the PVC pipe. I'm going to do a test fit. I have, once I get the tree in there, I have this on here to see if I need to drill holes for it to be able to tighten, or if this will pinch this PVC pipe enough to keep it from the tree stable. So I'm going to do a test fit, show you what the test fit is like, and then later on, the rest of it will be done. Okay. So this is the test fit. I bought the PVC pipe to match as close as I could get it to match with this tree here, and it sits pretty decent. So we want to make sure that this lower level would not be resting on or too far below the container here. Let's see. So I think it's gonna work good. Okay. All right, Linda, come over here. All right, so this is just for the video. I don't know how she's gonna set that up, but I don't know if you can tell. I had to, well, you can't tell because I leveled it out, but I had to put a little bit of shim on the left side because the bottom of that container, it had like about a 1/4 of an inch space. And so once we put the weight of the tree and the bucket in there, then that space that was raised up in the center of it sunk down on one side. So that's something to consider too. You may still have to shim it up to get it to be, you know, as straight as you can get it. But that worked. I just used a couple pieces of cardboard and I just shimmed it about a 1/2 inch on that side. But maybe not even that much, maybe about a 1/4 inch, and to get it to go to the right. So I don't know if you can see, but, and put some ornaments on it and it'll be done.